Welcome, everybody, to episode number 38 of the Third Son Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler, joined as always by our three co-hosts, starting with Mike. Mike, how are you today?
I don't know, Tyler. I mean, kind of hard and thick like a tuna can, I guess.
Okay,
What about you?
sounds interesting.
That's a new saying that I've never heard before.
Yeah, so sounds kind of like what I've been getting in class lately. So. All right, also joining us.
You don't have to like it, okay?
Yeah.
I can show you.
I'm good. Also getting us, or joining us, is Graham. Graham, how are you?
I'm doing great, and 5 more days, guys. Every day is getting closer and closer.
You're not
Actually,
even getting
6
one.
more.
Oh, shut up, you sissy homo.
I'm getting it for the Wii U. I'm not talking about
5 days. We're like 6 or 7 days.
6 days.
6 days,
It's
yeah.
Friday. So every day, getting a little more excited. I'm not gonna lie.
He's just talking about how many days till he goes and gets in line. Which would be like Wednesday.
No, it's being delivered to me from Amazon.
Okay. So you're talking about Zelda, not the
I'm
Switch.
talking about Zelda. I haven't convinced myself about the Switch. We'll see. There's a good chance I'll be in a line on Friday.
Okay. And also joining us is Eugene. How are you?
I'm doing fine. A little bit anxious. I'm a little bit like Graham. I got a lot going on the next 2 weeks. So got the Switch coming out. Going to a Green Day concert. Got a baby on the way. So nervous, anxious.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah. And then Horizon Zero Dawn comes out Tuesday. So.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about polarized.
Yeah.
Having a kid and going to a Green Day concert.
Yeah, so I was talked into, we had a baby shower this last Friday, and she brought up that, oh, he won't let me go to this Green Day concert, and everyone's attacking me for not letting me go. So the Green Day concert is 2 days before the due date. So this is the first time they come to Arkansas in about 10 years. There's going to be thousands of people there. It's in a huge amphitheater. So there's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be pushing, shoving. So yeah, that's exactly the position I don't want her to be in. But they talked me into it, so I went ahead and bought tickets, and I got the most convenient seats to the exit possible, and the aisle row, and things like that. So, but I'm excited about it. But I just know that this baby's going to be an asshole and come the night before or something, so I can't go.
Yeah.
Well, I got
Calling your kid an asshole already, eh?
I mean, if she takes after me,
That doesn't take long.
You gotta get her one of those sumo outfits that you punch up with air.
Yeah.
Yep,
oh yeah,
put
it's
her in one of
just a giant balloon in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, then they'll like put her like crowd surfer and things like that, just over the crowd, just a giant ball person.
There you go.
Still better than getting ran over.
That's
Yeah.
true.
All right. So you can join the conversation, everybody, by going in and joining our Facebook group. By going to Facebook, look up the Third Son Gaming Podcast forums and join there. You can also join our Xbox group on Xbox One under Third Son Gaming, or follow us on Twitter at Third Son Gaming, THIRDSUN Gaming, all one word. So let's get into the news this week. We are in that time of year where there's not a lot going on, because there are some games coming out now, but they are coming out, so there's not a whole lot of news about what's coming. So let's start off with Microsoft. They have committed that there'll be more exclusive games in 2017 than 2016, which is good news. We just don't really know what they are. We know Crackdown 3 is coming, and we know that Sea of Thieves is supposedly coming this year.
Yeah.
We know that Cuphead is supposedly coming this year, probably over the summer, is the last I heard.
Yeah, we'll see.
So how many exclusives did they have this past year?
That's what I was wondering.
It doesn't feel like too many.
Well, yeah, let's see. Gear. Well, we also know that Forza 7 will come this year.
Uh-huh.
So last year they had ReCore, they had Gears of War 4, they had Forza Horizon. You had Inside doesn't really count because that was only like a 2-month window.
You could almost say Tomb Raider just because they had
That was the year before,
for a
though.
year.
Yeah, that was
that's year
2015.
That's 2015.
I can't think of that many. So by them announcing this, it isn't that big of news to me.
Yeah.
I mean, if they make 10 exclusive games this year, that'll be more than. So I'm gonna guess, like you said, Crackdown. I really think Cuphead will come out this year.
Yeah.
We Happy Few. I forgot about that. So
Yeah.
the full We Happy Few comes out. They had Halo Wars 2 just come out recently.
Yep.
And then I really think at launch of the Scorpio, they will. I think they'll have a Halo. I know it's outside of the typical cycle, but I really think they got to really push a a big AAA
Yeah.
exclusive title at launch, and I think that may be the one. So
I was just gonna say
Well-
they're gonna surprise us with something big at
Mhm.
launch.
It's not going to be Halo because they can't. One of the bigwigs came out and said there will be no new Halo in 2017.
There you go. They also said, by the way, in this I didn't include this on the news, but I'll say this, that 343 came out and said they'll never do another Halo game without split screen co-op.
oh,
So
Really?
another first person shooter anyway.
And sticking with the topic of correcting Eugene, last time you said that they halted production on the Nintendo Mini Classic or whatever
They
it's
did
called.
not.
That
Yeah.
is not true.
they have not.
No,
Nope.
that was just a rumor.
Okay.
Because I almost bought it on eBay for, I don't know, 300 whatever dollars. And I'm like, before I do this, I should do a little research. And I did some research, and it was just a rumor. They said they would be continuing production.
I still think you're going to be hard pressed getting one. I don't think they'll know.
Amazon has them right now, as far as I know.
I just looked them up the other day. They're like $100 on Amazon, something like that.
Yeah, they're there, but it's private sellers.
Right.
There was a really good
Yeah.
deal on, and I hesitated. And then when I went, the deal was over. It was the console with 2 controllers for just over $100.
Yeah, Canadian, that's not
Yeah,
bad.
Canadian. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Amazon right now. 169 from a third party.
Yeah. That's,
So that's double the price.
Yeah, when I read this was a couple days ago, so I'm not surprised.
yeah, so I'm trying to think, guys. I can't think of any other real big exclusives that Microsoft had last year. They kind of threw everything into the Gears bucket, and obviously Forza Horizon 3 was good, and Record did okay. But the other thing is Microsoft usually spans out their exclusives throughout the fall, and by early October they were done.
Yeah.
So, because like whenever Halo comes out, that's usually a very end of October release. So they had nothing like that this year, or last year. So we'll see.
It was a slow year. Yeah.
It was a little bit. So we'll see what it brings. And the games they put out were good. But we'll see what the rest of the year brings. They are promising more in 17 and 16, though. Up next, we'll transition over to Bethesda, where they say, Todd Howard says, that Fallout VR is going great. And the game can be played start to finish right now, but still has a lot of work to be done to touch it up. And there's no release date set yet for this game. I'm guessing we'll find that out at E3 when we really start talking about VR. Because remember, Microsoft now goes before Bethesda.
Yeah.
So if they announce VR capability for Scorpio, they could easily come out in Bethesda's conference and show off Fallout 4 VR on Scorpio or whatever.
That's
it's
a
called.
good point.
That's why it kind of makes sense to have the Microsoft conference before.
Mhm.
So now they say, okay, this is Fallout running on the Scorpio or whatever running on Scorpio. Because basically they can't make any reference. They can say next gen or something like that.
Yeah.
But if they want to make reference to the actual Scorpio, then it makes sense for Microsoft to have their conference first, get it out there, so then they're not doing any spoilers, right?
Well, and I still think the biggest reason I think it's such a great move for Microsoft is that in the past they had theirs on Monday morning, and then before last year EA would go, and then you'd have Ubisoft go and tell us all the games that are going to get delayed, and then then have except for Steep, because thank God that came out on time. But and then you have Sony close the night, so Microsoft really only gets talked about for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
But now they're going to have basically 24 hours of news cycle talking about them. Yep. And I think it's a great move for that reason, because it makes the conversation about them rather than just a 3 or 4 hour window. So
let the boners settle.
Yeah, because Sony generally has a great conference every year because they reveal tons of games that are coming out in the next 12 years. So they do.
You're right. That's why I'm laughing.
So
it's true.
They blow their entire wad at the meeting, like everything they've even thought of. If they've drawn a picture of it on a piece of notebook paper, they reveal it.
And then they have in this studio inside look.
Yes. So EA is the one that's really bad at that. EA is the one who will have that developer diary.
Or
thing.
invite soccer players on stage.
Oh, yes.
Oh God, the Pele. That was
cringing.
Yeah, but they bring the soccer people on stage every year. And every single year, because last year they did it too. They brought the athletes on the cover of FIFA 17.
But didn't they have the coach
stage
as well?
Yeah, and they had the coach too. Yep.
Didn't they? You remember for NBA Live? I think it was. they invited the guy, which I have no idea. I think he's like an esports player for that played NBA Live or something, and he basically made fun of like the EA executive, called him fat or whatever.
I remember that, but I remember they brought him up there so they could do like the facial scanning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he made like a fat joke about the EA executive.
And while we're on NBA Live, by the way, that's been canceled again this year because it was supposed to come out last month.
Oh, no doubt.
And they delayed it till January, and then now when they had their call, no mention of it. So that game again shut down, and I really think they should just scrap it at this point.
They should. I mean, they sold like what 10,000 copies last iteration.
Yep, because they're better off making a baseball game.
Yeah, that would be smart. Or maybe another Rory Woods PGA Tour.
Yeah. So, well, all they have to do with that game is put multiplayer in, and they're fine. But
I know
the game itself. I think the game
too easy. It really is.
Well, it depends on what setting you're playing on, though.
Well, do you remember how we would play like 12 and 13 or something like that, or even 10? Let's go back to 10. And you could actually put it in the tree line. In that game, in the whatever it was. 16?
McElroy, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't put it in a tree line to save my life on purpose.
Right, but you weren't playing on the championship difficulty.
Well, you don't play that online anyway, so, why bother?
So, anyway. But there were plenty of games online where people shot like 400 par on 18 holes. So, but, all right. We've kind of got off track here with all this other stuff. So,
that never happens.
People listen to podcasts, to listen to people talk. So.
Yeah. Sticking with Bethesda, Todd Howard also states that the 2 new games they're working on are bigger than anything they've ever done before, which is kind of amazing because the games they make are generally huge to begin with.
Yeah.
And, quote, they're a bit different, but definitely in the wheelhouse of what people are used to from us. So I think he's saying that we're going to expect something new, maybe a new IP from them, and something that is huge. Is there any genre you'd like to see Bethesda tackle?
That's a good question. Well, they did the post-apocalyptic, and they did medieval fantasy era. So somewhere right in the middle. I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
I mean, I'd hate for it to. I don't think they would do this anyway, but it's not going to be like a shooter.
Yeah.
In the classic shooter sense, because Fallout is a bit of a shooter, but it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I
really don't know.
I'll just say I have 100% faith in Bethesda. So whatever they put out, I know it's gonna be amazing. Well, listen, they come off from Skyrim and Fallout, so I don't think they can do any wrong in my eyes.
I was gonna say if we weren't gonna see Red Dead 2, I would say the Old West. I'd love to see them tackle that.
Yeah, right.
But
you never know; they could.
Graham, they could put out a Harry Ballsack and you would buy it and lick it.
Yeah. And get the special edition.
Yes.
With the statue.
Just because I'm a big Fallout fan. Just because I'm a big
picture in my
Fallout
head
fan.
what the collector's edition would look like. What kind of DLC would that come with?
What if Bethesda made a Zelda game?
No.
Would die of a heart attack.
Would you survive that event?
It's called Breath of the Wild because this is an open world. I'm so excited for this game. I haven't read much, but everything I hear sounds amazing.
Every review I've seen.
People can just
honestly
lost forever in this game.
Seriously, if Bethesda made a Zelda game, we'd read an article about how no one's able to play the game because one guy bought every copy of the game. And show this house in Ontario where there's like stacks.
Listen, just because I bought a 4th copy of Fallout 4 don't mean I buy
an
excessive amount of copies.
Emergency press release that says, "Don't play Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, otherwise it will destroy your Wii U within 5 minutes." And of course, he doesn't read the news, so goodbye,
I'm willing
Wii
to
U.
take that sacrifice. I got a backup Wii U too.
Oh my god!
I got to play it for 5 minutes.
So wait, you've bought 2? You've bought literally. If you have 2 Wii U's, that means you've literally bought like 8% of the Wii U's that are out there.
Well, I bought it when it originally came out, and then I bought the Zelda edition when it came out. But it's never been opened. It's still sealed in its box. So it's for emergency only.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, you'll get 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it won't happen this next time.
All right. So up next, Titanfall 2. If you enjoy that game, like I do, there's a new mode called Live Fire, which is 6v6 pilot only. And that is dropped, or as of right now, with Double XP this weekend through Monday. And the double XP is applicable only if you play Live Fire. So get in and play that if you have the game.
Is that what we played this last week?
Yeah.
Pilots only. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
No. We didn't play that mode.
Okay.
We did play a pilot mode, but it's not Live Fire.
Okay, it's not Live Fire. So what is Live Fire?
Live Fire just dropped. So the pilot one also had the AI people in it. Like the AI enemies. This is just pilots.
Okay. Oh, I like that actually.
Yep.
So this would be close counter, obviously.
Yeah, this would be as close to like Call of Duty as you're probably going to get.
Yeah, like team deathmatch.
Yep. And finally, a one-day download will bring eShop to Nintendo Switch next week, with the Virtual Console coming at an unspecified later date. And Nintendo accounts can only be linked to one console at a time, meaning you can only play games you purchased on one console.
As of now, yeah.
As of now.
I got a feeling they'll be changing that.
They'll be opening that up. I think they'll be making changes to their infrastructure. So.
Yeah.
But I really like the idea now with Virtual Console that ones that I've bought on the 3DS will transfer over to the Switch. So
yeah, but we don't know when it's coming.
Theoretically, hopefully.
Yeah, we don't know when it's coming, though.
No, we don't know. It's probably going to come when they offered the paid service. Because right now you're going to get the online stuff for free until, I think, the fall. And I think the fall is when they're going to introduce the subscription base. So I got a feeling it's probably going to drop at that time. They'll just do everything else at the same time.
That makes sense. But so yeah, I'll totally if they give me access to the games I purchased for my Wii, for my 3DS, and I pay $5.99 a month or whatever it is, I'll totally do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm still messing around with the idea of picking up a 3DS.
Yeah, I kind of have been too lately, but I'm leaning towards getting the Switch again now, so we'll see. But
did you cancel your Switch?
No, I did not. I've been kind of playing with the idea though. Okay. Just because I mean I get Zelda's a huge game and will probably be a great game, but it's not my favorite Nintendo series. And mine is. I know. I feel like there's a hand about to reach through the microphone right now.
Yes, actually, I went to GameStop and I added things to my Switch pre-order, so I did the opposite of that.
Mm-hmm. The game I really want is Mario.
That's the one I want too, but I'm glad that one's not coming out at the same time as Zelda, because then it'd be kind of like a battle between the two. So I'm glad later on Mario comes out, because by the time I'm done with Zelda, then Mario's coming out.
But I also know that if I don't get it now, I probably won't get it in the fall, because I'll be consumed with like Scorpio hype, especially if Eugene's right and they announce Halo 6. Mm-hmm. Which I doubt, but I would love to see.
It's got to be something big, though.
It'll have to be something. It can't be Gears, because Gears just came last year.
No.
So
definitely not. Big. Graham, did you hear the news about Breath of the Wild, how it plays on the go? How many hours?
3 hours?
2.5. Yeah, I've seen 2.5 hours of battery life.
But they're saying there's like other options for like portable battery to charge it, because it has USB-C. So if anybody's really like hardcore onto like gaming on the go with that thing, they're gonna buy an external battery.
Yeah, but sure. who wants that extra pack attached to it, or a short cord attached to it, having to worry about all the time? You know.
Yeah, but nowadays, even with like Pokemon Go, like people has that for their backup their phones. Like we basically have technology on the go, and we're using it all the time. So it's almost standard now. People have battery packs.
It's not a deal breaker for me. I was just asking if you had heard about it. So that kind of confirms what everyone, the minimum battery life they're talking about whenever they announced it.
Well, I think everybody assumed Zelda as soon as they heard the minimum. Mm-hmm. That Zelda was going to be that.
Yeah, because it's going to take a lot of power to run that game, more than likely.
But Graham, I am just going to say one thing. We love you, Graham, but you are the Kellyanne Conway of Nintendo.
Do not call me that.
You are.
God.
Like Nintendo could
I really wish I didn't know who that was right now.
I know. Nintendo could release a game that's literally a pile of crap in a paper bag, and you'd be like, "It's good, guys." You're just not looking at it.
No. See, I don't care about anybody else. I prefer nobody else play the games I enjoy, because I enjoy them for myself. So
you're selfish now.
Yeah, I'm selfish for sure. Okay. I'm like that with music too.
Okay.
So speaking on the Switch, you can also, if you haven't heard already, you can go ahead and claim your username right now.
Yes.
So if you want to go ahead and go online, just go to your Nintendo account and you can put in your username. And guess what? You can change your username anytime you want. Anytime you want to.
I noticed that
Yeah,
actually
so-
because I signed up and I did it right, and then I looked like I went under the menu to change it again by accident. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, really? I could
Yeah,
just
you can
change
do
it?
it anytime you want. So,
Well, that's good.
my Nintendo, who is usually behind, behind the game on the online infrastructure, beat out Sony on name changes. So, get on the ball.
Tisk,
Jump
tisk.
on it,
Well,
Sony.
At least
Come
I'm
on,
not
son.
stuck with Bloody Fart 69 anymore.
Yeah. So, God. So Graham, is your Nintendo username like Hard Heart XX? I love Nintendo for 2069.
No.
Zelda fan XX underscore 69 420.
Yeah.
BOI. Wait.
There may or may not be a reference to Zelda in it. I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
say.
God.
I'll let you guys see in the future.
Okay.
Zelda lover underscore 69
No.
Yeah, probably. 420.
You don't know me.
underscore
So,
XX.
last thing I wanted to mention, I meant to mention it at the top on the first news story, but we kind of got sidetracked.
You did?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if you noticed, but
No, I was not.
we were talking about Microsoft exclusives. One of my favorite Microsoft exclusives, and I know it's a bit of a divisive title, but Sunset Overdrive, one of my absolute favorite Xbox One exclusive games. Insomniac, Ted Price, the head of Insomniac, said this week that they are wanting to make a sequel. They're ready to do it. They want to do it, but it's on Microsoft at this point to give them the go. So if you're a fan, make it known. Get on Twitter and tweet at Phil Spencer. Let them know you want to see Sunset Overdrive 2. I think that game suffered from when they released it.
Yes,
They released it like it was in 2014, so it came out like after Destiny and right around Call of Duty, and what else came out at that same time?
Was it Fallout? No.
No, Fall
You
wasn't
You
14.
and your fucking Fallout.
No, I'm
Did,
just.
did that come out with it? Fallout come out then? This Fallout? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Fallout? Zelda? Which one was it? Fallout or Zelda?
Zelda and Fallout.
That's the only two
No.
games in my world.
Oh,
No,
Oh.
but it wasn't a Battlefield game because that was the year that I think that was the year that Battlefield Hardline came out, or maybe the year after. But that was a
Sunset
spring release.
Overdrive came out on October 28th, so that was like a week before Call of Duty.
Yep. And I know there was another big game in there too somewhere, but it was just basically left to die in the middle of all those huge games that, because the reality is people say they want new IPs and this and that, but every year they go and buy the same damn games.
Yeah.
So-
That fall one is a hard one to break into. Now, I didn't say Fallout, I just said fall.
Yeah. No, you're right though, because look at what Sony did with Horizon. Came out in February. That's the best time to release a new IP.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
it's-
everyone's saying it's such a horrible release date because it's 4 days before Zelda, but that's
No.
two totally different fan bases.
two totally different fan bases. Yep.
And people like me, I'm gonna get both because the reviews already it's got 9.0s and above.
It's got 9.6 on IGN.
Yeah, I mean it looks fantastic.
And remember, you get a free 0.5 just for being from Sony.
Yeah. I'm
For
calling
19,
9.8 for the Zelda game.
You,
I think it might actually get a 9.9 or a 10.
it probably
Overall.
will.
Yeah, because
And-
everyone that's playing it right now, the embargo doesn't release till I think Thursday. But
Yeah.
everyone that's playing it right now are saying they cannot put it down.
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
that
well,
addicting.
they're going to put it down after 2.5 hours.
Apparently, I hear it's super hard too, which really, really I like because I find some of them are way too easy, and I still enjoy it, but I like for it to be a little strategic and tough, right?
So Kellyanne, since news was a little short this week, I really do want to ask you, like, is 2.5 hours really an acceptable battery length for a handheld?
No,
Like, really?
if I'm going a distance further than that, and it dies on me, I'd be pretty devastated. I think I would rather leave it home and wait till I
Devastated?
came home.
Would you
I
cry?
mean, they make backpacks now that you can put your car battery into, and it has these outlets
Yeah.
that you just play with you on the go.
Yeah.
yeah, kind of like in the '80s when they had the first cell phones.
Yeah.
You had the the pack on
The
one. shoulder.
backpack? Yeah.
But like I was saying before, that basically if it comes down to the Switch and the 3DS, that's my portable one, because That
Yeah.
game, that is an amazing system. I got tons of battery life, and I'm not just restricted to having this big hybrid console kind of thing. So basically, it would be staying home unless I'm going like on a trip for like 2 hours and I'd be taking the console. I'll take it with me. But
Yeah.
basically, if I'm just going out and about for a bit, I'm bringing my 3DS.
Are you going to be that guy on a plane that sets it up on his little table and whips out his controllers and
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, you're
I
like milking
most
the
likely
cow
not.
in the middle of the plane. Yeah. 1-2 switch.
Sir, please sit down, sir. Sir.
except like
Marshall.
And
Marshall.
he's like, I
he's
can't. I have to.
he's milking the cow underneath a blanket, so they have no idea what he's doing. So they kick him off the plane.
He's like, I can't sit down, sir. It's a new game. I have to switch my hat.
Hold on, why I snapped my finger.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
You know what I heard? I don't know if it's true. When you disconnect the controllers off the side of the console, it's supposed to make that clicking sound.
Oh no.
I don't know if it was just a joke, but it wasn't in the context of a joke.
I mean, the unboxing videos I've watched, it does click in, like it does snap in when you put the
Would be-
controllers in. But I
What'd be
didn't
great
hear.
is what'd be great is every time you did it, an image appeared on the screen of that conference with somebody holding their finger above their head and snapping it like a moron. Because that conference was the worst thing I've ever seen.
The guy laying on the couch, like,
Thank you.
hey guys, watch, you can do this, and he lays on the couch and on
Yeah.
the stage.
Some of them were pretty funny, yeah. Pretty ridiculous.
Come on, Graham. It was bad. It was bad.
Silence.
Graham.
I tell you what, though. I have a different idea of a game that I'd really like to see on Nintendo that nobody else has mentioned. There's a
Metroid.
new version of Castlevania, like sort of like Symphony of the Night-ish.
Yes.
You know, I love that Symphony of the Night game, so I'd love to see a new, iteration of it.
Well, it'll be a good time too with the new animated series coming on Netflix sometime in the next year, right?
Oh, the rated M animated series.
Yep.
Yeah, looks pretty sweet.
So
But basically, they need to write this train that was the Wii U. They need to get third party. They need to be supporting with big titles. They need to keep people excited. So basically, it's their time to shine, and it's up to them. If they fail, then it's their own demise.
So I'm glad you brought that up. EA, I think they turned around and they said that you remember how they announced FIFA at the Switch
Yep.
event,
Mhm.
and well now they've said it's FIFA 18.
yeah, they did.
They said the iteration now is it's FIFA 18, so
Yep.
that takes out that worry that it's
Oh,
just
really?
dumbed down
Okay.
dumbed down a version of FIFA. No, it's FIFA 18.
But to be fair, Bethesda has said they can't say yet whether it'll be remastered edition of Skyrim or not.
And they've also,
Yes.
but they also said that they couldn't confirm, even though it was in the video that whenever they announced the Switch, that Skyrim was playing, but they couldn't confirm Skyrim either, even though it was in the video is on the platform. So
Well, they can run the Unreal Engine, so I don't see how they wouldn't be able to do it.
I
Huh?
don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay. Anything else? Should we go off on any other tangents, or is that it for news, gentlemen?
Grammy's
I think
in
that's it.
denial.
I think that's it.
Kellyanne, you mean?
I'm not
I,
gonna I'm not gonna dignify you with a response when you call me that.
You just responded, though.
Are there any other alternative facts, Graham, that you'd like us to have?
I knew you were gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it.
Fake news. Just
Yeah.
everything online right now is
Yes.
just fake news.
No, let's just be honest. Let's do it with fake news. The Switch is going to be the greatest console ever, the best, and it's going to have the best games.
No. There's no way.
1-2 Switch,
Look-
the best game. There's so many people. There are thousands of people lining up already for 1-2 Switch.
It's going to bring in jobs. It's going to bring back jobs back to our country.
It's gonna make America great again. That's what it's gonna do.
third party developers are already saying that they're bringing jobs back.
Canada's already been great, so we don't have to worry about it. It's about America.
Oh yeah, producer Bieber.
And it's promoting fitness so that, the United States
Yeah.
insurance companies won't have to pay out as much.
Oh, there you go. Because milking the cow will certainly get you there. All right. Mercifully, everyone. That's going to do it for news this week. All right, Graham, let's turn over to you. What can we get new in stores this week?
Well, next week is a great week. Kind of talked about it before for the gaming world. We start off strong and we end on a great note. with the release of a new system, along with a release that myself and many others hold near and dear to their heart. We all know what it is, but let's get started. So, for you PS4 owners out there, which recently included myself, we can get our hands on a new IP from Sony, and that IP is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
This release is heavily anticipated, and word on street is that this game is a must-play for PS4 owners. So, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, you can get your chance
Get your own
to
material.
play this title on February 28th. Now, IGN gave this game a 9.3, and Metacritic scored it an 88. So, yeah, everyone's really
the-
liking this game.
The word is, Graham, it's the best looking game on any console right now.
That was
Wow,
the,
better than
so-
Uncharted or
Mhm.
wow.
that was the one game I was watching E3 with Tyler, and that's the one game I said I want to play that game.
Yeah, originally that was the one that was going to make me buy the PS4, but then I kind of started getting a little hesitant because I know it's going to be great and all, but I don't know if it's going to be like mine.
I wish I
blowing.
had a PS4 Pro just so I could take advantage of the 4K
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I mean, I said the same thing about Uncharted, about how everyone's like, "Oh, it's the best looking game for PS4." I'm like, it can't be that great. And then I played the game and I'm like, "Wow, people are right. This is the best looking game."
Yeah. So that's what we have for PS. Also getting released on PS4 on the 28th, we have The Walking Dead, a Telltale series, A New Frontier, Torment, Tides of Numenera, and Ghostblade HD. Now, for the Xbox side of things, we're only getting access to a sole release, and that release is Torment, Tides of Numenera. So that's pretty much all you have for the Xbox. Now that I got those two major consoles out of the way, let's all strap ourselves in and get ready for a major release that a lot of people have been waiting for eagerly and with bated breath. And I'm not talking a new game, but the newest console. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. The newest console to come to market. That new console is the Nintendo Switch. Now, releasing on Friday, March 3rd, you can get your hands on Nintendo's newest portable / home console hybrid, the Nintendo Switch. And with that console comes the release of a game that gets me excited, everyone knows, and brings me back to my childhood, and that game is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, if you weren't one of the ones who were able to or wanted to pre-order the new hybrid console, and you still would like to play this new Legend of Zelda title, then you'd be happy to know that this game is also playable on the Nintendo Wii U if you're one of the rare people that own one. Which
Oh yeah,
I myself will be playing it on, and I honestly cannot wait for this game. Like I said, 6 days, so everyone get ready. So now let's get back to the Nintendo Switch, because with this console release, not only are you getting a new Legend of Zelda title, but there are also 8 other new titles being released along with the console. Now, the first of these new releases is a game that I can't confidently say that it's worth its asking price, but it is a game that is designed to showcase the features of this new hybrid console. And this game is 1-2 Switch.
Woo!
So, personally, this game is pretty much along the lines of a Wii Sports, where all these different little mini games showcase what the console is capable of. So I feel like this should have been a package deal, but they said they didn't include it to keep down the price of the system. So this game offers a variety of mini games, including and not limited to cow milking, a gun showdown, a sandwich eating contest, along with other ridiculous mini games. I feel that this will be a game that will come down in price shortly after its release, so I'd be patient if you want to play this title for a lower price. Now, other releases for the Switch will be Just Dance 2017,
wow.
Mike's favorite, World of Goo, Super Bomberman R,
I'm getting
which
that.
I played, and the game was really fun. I'm really curious to see what the single player is all about, but it is a fun multiplayer game. Also, you have I Am Setsuna, Skylanders Imaginators, and Little Inferno. So I guess from now on out, every week I'll have some Nintendo titles to talk about as well. Hopefully we keep getting releases. So I'll definitely keep you guys up to date as that stuff comes out, because I know you guys want to know this stuff.
Snipper clips too, right?
I
think it's a download title only.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that one in my research. But yeah, quite possible.
Maybe it's not.
So that's all I got, guys.
All right. Mike, what can we save money on?
Well, I got a bunch of stuff, but I can't use my intro because some jackhole Canadian just stole it.
Your exact words. You say those every time.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just messing with you, Grammy. All right, so new for March, we have the titles for Games with Gold. It's Layers of Fear, and then we're also going to have Evolve Ultimate Edition, which is really weird because I didn't see why. I was just sort of skimming through what I was reading, but people are like, "Oh, great, Evolve," and then they're like, "Well, it's the Ultimate Edition," and they're like, "Oh, well, it's the Ultimate Edition. That's cool then." So I don't know what the major difference is between the two, but it is definitely the Ultimate Edition, and that will be on the back end of March. For 360, in the front end, you got Borderlands 2. Well, yeah, yeah. So, and then at the end of the month, you have Heavy Weapon, which is actually a really good old arcade game for 360. Definitely worth downloading and playing. It's a lot of fun. List isn't out yet for PlayStation 4. So,
I have a feeling it'll be better though.
what do you mean?
Evolve is not. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of mediocre this month, or upcoming month. All right, so deals with the Xbox that are out there that are worth talking about. Let's see. Got Attack on Titan is $19.99 via Newegg. Let's see what else do we got here. Oh, you can on Newegg you can get a $60 gift card for $54 right now, which is just like free money. 12-month Xbox Live membership is $43.75 at Neo Games via eBay. Insignia dual controller charger is $20 at Best Buy right now, which is not bad at all.
No.
It comes with the two batteries, you know, the charger packs and everything like that. So that's actually a really good deal, even if they don't last long. Canada, Warhammer End Times, only $19.99 Moose dollars.
Moose dollars. Those are the best.
I know. You guys got so many things going on up there, wooden nickels and all kinds of stuff. Via CD Keys, EA Access 12-month subscription is $25.59 right now. That's a pretty damn good deal. And Halo Wars 2 is $40 via CD Keys as well. Let's go over to the PS4. We've got Uncharted 4, Thieves End, $27.98 at Amazon right now. They also have the Attack on Titan 2, as well as Street Fighter 4 at $15 and World of Final Fantasy at $25 at Newegg. So all three of those are available at Newegg. Let's see here. Gat Gun Double Piece is $35.66 at Amazon. Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 Deluxe Editions together is $50 on Amazon. That's actually worth it. NHL 17 digital code is $20 at Amazon. Walmart's got Titanfall 2 for $25 right now. Battlefront Season Pass is down to $15 on Amazon. Shovel Knight's $10 at the PlayStation Store. Another Canada deal. PlayStation 4 Slim 500 gigabyte Uncharted bundle is $299.99.
I saw that, and it comes with an extra controller too.
Not according to this one.
Oh.
But if that's the case, that's even better. And there's a Sony PlayStation 4 Slim 500 gigabyte Uncharted 4 bundle for $219 via eBay US. So it's also available in the US. Well, there's not a lot more besides that. There's Horizon Zero Dawn physical disc is $50 free shipping at Newegg, so that's not bad. It's like $10 out the gate. So with that being said, there's a couple 3DS deals. Various how do you say it? The Amiibos? How do you say that again?
Amiibos.
Yeah, the Amiibos, whatever, are $6.99 at Walmart right now. So I guess they're make a run.
Yeah, they're clearancing the old ones out.
Yeah. Shovel Knight on the eShop is $10 for the 3DS right now. Also for a digital download, Phoenix Wright franchise sale. The trilogy is $15. Dual Destinies is $12. Spirited of Justice, $18. February 23rd through March 1st. Upcoming sale, Target, buy two get one free on all video games from $3.5 to $3.11. So that includes all Nintendo as well. So that's pretty much what I got going on this week, guys. So there was nothing really spectacular out there. It doesn't look like there's a lot of console deals out there. this week.
I think everybody's bracing for the new console release.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, do you like Civilization?
I love Civilization.
So on, I didn't know if you saw it or not, but Humble Bundle this week, their bundle right now is a Civ bundle.
Yeah,
So for $15, you get 3, 4, and 5, all with all the DLC.
yeah, I
Wow.
heard about that.
Yeah, and then you
That's
get
a really good deal.
you get Beyond Earth too for $15. So it's actually you get 3, 4, and 5 with all the DLC for $8.69 right now, and then
Wow.
for $15 you can get Beyond Earth added onto that with all the DLC.
Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, I've played the hell out of 3, 4, and 5, especially 5. So I'm waiting to get my hands on 6 one of these days when the price falls.
Cool. That's all you got?
Yep, that's what I got,
All right. Well, let's move into what
Oh.
we've been playing. Who would like to go first?
There was one more thing.
Yeah.
Grab's a fanboy.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, he can't be I don't think he's a true Nintendo fan if he's not going to buy the Switch at launch. So,
See?
or a true Zelda
There you
fan. I mean, he's
Whoa, whoa,
playing it
whoa,
on the
whoa,
old.
whoa, whoa,
I mean,
come
he's
on now.
playing it on the old last gen console. I mean, what kind of Zelda fan is he?
But I do have the special edition coming, so I
Oh.
can.
And
I
how many
can
copies
at least
of
look at the
how
game.
many copies of Breath of the Wild have you bought so far?
2.
How much did you pay for the special edition? I mean, did you get it for
I got
the
it
launch
through-
price?
Yeah, I got it at EB Games.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
actually some available because it was in a mall. A lot of people don't go
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So I was talking to them. I'm like, why don't people know about this? It's like because we're in a mall and people don't think about this place.
I always
So
go to GameStop in the mall because they always have stuff that everyone else sells out of.
Yeah, and at the time, I think there might have been 5 or 6, and I asked them, could I do 2, just so, and they're like, no, we can't do that. Which I'm like, I like to hear that because people are like, I'll buy them all and then I'll charge 5 times what they're worth, which I
Yeah.
hate. So I'm glad they said that, and if I knew anybody nearby, I'm like, I would have told them to go for it, but I didn't know anybody who was into it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So, what we've been playing? Who wants to go first?
I can
I'll go.
talk. I can go.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, no, go ahead, Eugene. Go ahead.
All right. So earlier this week, I played a little bit of NHL 17 with you knuckleheads for the first time.
And
on-
he steals it too.
I knew you were gonna say something. I knew you were gonna say something.
Yeah. So I didn't
Not
think
this
I did too
knucklehead.
bad.
I wasn't
I
there.
didn't do too bad. I don't think. What do you guys say?
So, I will
First
say
game, you were
the
fucking atrocious.
the second game was a dramatic improvement.
Yeah.
It was.
I
And-
mean, somebody set the precedent. Somebody set the tone of the game. So no matter what I did, it wouldn't have mattered because what happened? What happened, Tyler?
No, we're not.
oh, was that the
I think
game?
we have a video evidence of this.
That was the game. So, okay.
It was that game.
So,
You guys don't want to go there because
so-
you know what? You're gonna unleash the beast, man.
So for those of
guys
you-
are all gonna hear it.
For those of you who are not hockey connoisseurs, so when a penalty is called in hockey, the play continues until the team who's getting the penalty touches the puck.
I told you.
And when this happens, the team who's about to go on the power play will pull their goaltender because once the other team touches the puck, the play's dead. So you would think there's virtually zero chance of being scored on in that scenario. So we're about to go on a power play, delayed penalty called. So we're playing around, and the puck comes to Mike's stick, and he's kind of along the boards, and he decides, you know what? I haven't scored enough goals today. And he promptly rifles it like top corner into our own net.
What? Your own net?
Yeah, you weren't there
This
for
is
that.
not
game.
how this went down. Now I'll tell the
What-
real
was-
story.
Was he? He was
I'm
playing
playing
defense too, right?
defense.
He's playing defense, yes.
I'm playing defense, and we got a broken right arm. Nobody's freaking open, and I'm trying to keep the play alive. So I'm basically just standing there skating a little bit to the right, probably about halfway up the halfway in the zone, and I go to pass it straight across to the computer, and it takes my pass and pushes it 45 degrees behind me and straight in the net.
It sounds
Now
like
there's
you-
nothing I can do about that.
So, did you press Y after scoring to try to do your celebration?
Yes, because that was actually a hat trick goal for me.
So
And I'll tell you, Eugene, he actually graduated later in the week because he tried his pass again, but this time on our goaltender, and he scored again.
He
Oh,
did.
nice.
You're right. Yeah, you're
In
right.
overtime, I believe.
In overtime, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, you were the catalyst to that bullshit. You're sitting over there twirling around like a dildo in the corner with the puck, and then you go to pass it and it doesn't pass. They pick up the puck and put it in the net.
Yeah.
See,
Did
thought
I
would
put it
be
in my
that
own
gay.
net?
I thought I would be
Basically,
that guy
yes.
in the
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you had money on the game, and you handed the win over to them. No, that one was even worse because I go to pass up, and then it passes it back at about an 85-degree angle. And not only was I holding the trigger, but when I let the trigger go, it acted as if I was holding RB and then flung it up on the goalie. So then it hit his pad and then bounced between his pads and in.
So
Well,
I'm
I
going to
feel
tell you
bad
guys.
that I missed.
So I
out
don't
on
even
you
know how to
playing.
explain this because it should never have happened.
So Graham, did you see the video footage? Because I posted it on our Xbox group, and I personally sent you a message with the video clip.
I did see the
Okay.
footage. Yes.
So here's what went down when it happened. So someone who will go unnamed tends to transform from Bruce Banner into the Hulk at any given moment. And as soon as the puck went in the net, there was like 2 seconds of silence, and the rest of us are all bracing for the fuck storm that's about to be unleashed verbally. There's like 2 seconds of silence, and I'm just enjoying the last moments of peace in my day.
And there it goes.
Oh, God.
Oh, it was fun times though. We had a good
Yeah.
time. So
So I hope you didn't get discouraged, Eugene. I hope you're gonna strap on those skates another time.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't actually that bad. You know, Mike didn't really. We were just cracking jokes and stuff.
The best part was though, like this time, he's like going on this epic tirade, and the rest of us are just dying laughing. Because that's all you can do in that case. Like, it's so ridiculous.
We just blame it on the game mechanics because you know it's the controller's fault that it goes in a different direction.
It's not the controller's fault. It's their actual mechanics. Because I told Tyler that I went into practice mode and kept feeding the puck with 3 people, doom, 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 and every once in a while a random one would happen. You know, probably 7 out of 10 times it went perfectly, and then random. You know, so there is no reason for me to be pressing 10 o'clock, holding the trigger, and it backfire at 6 o'clock in the air and onto the goal. You know, no.
So moving on.
All right.
What else
Moving
I've
on.
been playing? Played a little bit of Titanfall with you guys on Sunday, I believe.
Yep.
Hopefully tomorrow or sometime
Yes,
this
yeah.
week we'll be able to do another community play together. Right after that, we played Rocket League. I've been playing Rocket League pretty much all week, trying to get all the achievements for it. Having a good time.
Your girlfriend's pretty good at Rocket League until
Yeah. That's the
somebody
best thing
gets
about
along.
it is because she enjoys playing it with me. So every time I play it, we play together, play online together, and yeah.
What did she say to you again? What was that phrase that she said that
I think she said it to Steve, or I blamed her. I blamed her for something. And she said she was getting ass blasted, so she couldn't.
yeah.
She couldn't score a goal.
Yeah, I know the feeling because there was a certain somebody we were playing with that, you know, you're fired at your afterburners going, you're just about to put that ball in and bam!
Yeah.
I had a 15-degree hit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, I can't do anything because I'm getting ass blasted. So she had a lot of choice terms for you guys too as we're playing with you guys. So we had a good time though. I also played. We beat together. We played couch co-op Halo CE.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this week we'll be playing Halo 2. We're going to try to get through the Master Chief Collection before the baby's here. And I woke up today and I booted up Inside and I beat Inside today. So
How'd you like it?
so I loved Limbo. And it is definitely a spiritual successor to Limbo. It feels exactly like Limbo. It has the moments like Limbo. It's definitely a great puzzle platformer. Whenever you solve a puzzle and you figure out, I had to go to YouTube a couple of times to figure out a couple of puzzles. But for the most part, when you figure out a puzzle on your own, it's very self-rewarding doing that. But the story got to me a little bit. I didn't want to go into the deep thought process of what they're trying to go after. If you've never played it before, it's you're in a dystopian society. They're hauling people in. They're gathering people up on trucks, and then they're using mind control to control them. And then you go in and I don't want to spoil anything, but
Right.
you
No, no.
basically you have to escape from the facility and bring some people with you.
Yep.
But I thought it was a fantastic game. I wouldn't say if I played this last year that is my game of the year. A lot of people are screaming that, oh, this is my game of the year. Inside's game of the year beats out every
Yeah.
other. No, no, I wouldn't say that. It's a fantastic game. It has a deep story. You can turn it. You can. You can
Interpret.
you can, yes, thank you. You can interpret it any way you want to, but I mean, I thought it was a little bit confusing. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it?
I liked it. I've said before on the show that I actually like Unravel more last year.
Okay, I might pick
And
that up.
Oh, you haven't played Unravel yet,
I have
Eugene?
not played Unravel.
yeah,
Paul.
that's
Your girlfriend would really like that game too.
yeah,
Okay.
that's
It's a
it's
great
an
game.
outstanding game.
And it's on
Yeah.
EA Access.
Yep, it is on
Yeah.
EA Access now.
I'll probably just play it that way, but
Yep, it is
Well,
really really good.
I would give Inside a solid 8.5 out of 10, or maybe
Yeah.
closer to a 9, but
Like,
definitely not game of the year.
Ryan McCaffrey, who I tend to agree with quite a bit and respect, he had it as his game of the year. So one of the few moments that I don't tend to agree with him, but he really loved it. I think it's good. I think it's actually very good, but I don't know if I'd go as far as to say game of the year. Unravel story just hit me harder than that one did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I know.
I mean,
loved Unravel.
I paid $20 for this game Inside, and I probably beat it in maybe 5 hours. I did 100% it. I got all the achievements for finding all the secret doodads in that game. I definitely feel like I got my money's worth out of it. So
Yeah, and on that note, I'm really excited to know that Unravel 2 is coming. It's just a matter of when, but hopefully we'll see a little bit of it at E3.
yeah, I might
Yeah, I
I
was saying, this
get
could be
EA
the
access because
E3
I
for
still
that.
don't have EA access. So
Hey, man, CD Keys got the deal right now. Like I just said, you're welcome.
I wasn't paying attention. So CD Keys has
$25.
$25. I'll
Very
probably
good.
pick it up.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So yeah, totally worth it because there's a lot of good games on there actually, quite a few.
Yeah, no.
All right,
EA
that's it.
Access.
That's
is a
all I've been
no-brainer.
playing this week.
Cool. Graham, you want to go next?
Sure. Like always, NHL 17.
Yep.
I actually started playing Uncharted and really enjoy the game. It's like I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan. If you like Tomb Raider, you're gonna like Uncharted. The games have so many similarities. I think I got halfway through the first one, so I definitely gonna work my way through Nathan Drake Collection, but definitely enjoyed playing that. And the one I put most time into though has been Fallout Shelter.
Mhm.
That game is so much fun. It's so addicting, and time goes by so fast when you're playing it. You're like, oh, I'm just going to do this little stuff, and then you keep doing, keep leveling, then you're collecting, and then you're sending them off, and then I got these little guys show up, a Cappy and a Bottle or whatever. But I like it too because
Thanks
like
for the spoiler, asshole.
some of these quests you go on, they ask you trivia questions. So if you've not played Fallout 4 at all, then you're kind of lost on these trivia questions.
Oh.
So I like how it's a little trivia about the game. And there's even like questions that I've been asked, and I don't know if it's just from Nuka World, because some of it does have to do with Nuka World, which I haven't played. But I'm like, I don't know who this character is. I don't know about this. So I don't know if it's just parts of the game that I haven't found out, or if it's from the DLC that I haven't played. But yeah, I really like that idea, and I play it, and I want to play Fallout. It's a great game, and the fact that it's free and it offers all those achievements is a no-brainer. And everybody should just download it and just try it out. It's not something where you got to put in like constant amount of time. It's just something where you can play and just check in and like build to it. So that's basically where I put most of my time.
Mike? Or Mike?
Yeah, I was playing Fallout Shelter as well. Somehow, some way, I've got over 70K caps now. I have no idea where they come from, but you know, I probably play a little bit less than he does. You know, I set up my people to go out on these really long quests and then, you know, come back like next day, stuff like that. Played Hand of Fate again. Forgot how much fun that game is.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the second one to come out. Streamed it for about an hour the other day. Got actually a pretty good turnout. People really like watching that game because they like seeing you get smashed. You know.
Mhm.
Forza Horizon 3. Started playing that again. Every time I go back to play it, I like playing it more. I don't know why, but I do.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, just unlocked a new area. I'm more than positive the DLC does not work with game sharing, Tyler. I just can't get it to go. It says purchased, but when you click on it, it says, it brings you to the store and tries to get you to buy it.
Have you gone into ready to install or anything to see?
Yeah, I have. I never saw it there. I did about everything I could find. I even installed the season pass or whatever it is that you got. It just won't work.
Oh,
I have to look into it again, but as far as it goes right now, it's not.
Okay.
And actually fired up Rayman Legends.
Rayman Oranges?
Yes, Rayman Oranges. That's a really fun game. And they unlocked a few things for you on purpose or whatever, So, a couple new characters. Playing NHL 17 with you adults. It's like watching. I don't know. I don't even know. It's like watching bunch of those blow up clowns just go and.
It's like watching your own team score on your own goal.
Yeah. You are part of this team, Mike. So.
They'll pass me the puck then.
You're part of the problem as well.
No. And I started to play Titanfall 2 again with you guys. So that's pretty much what I've been doing.
Okay.
Hey, so sorry, before we move on, I have a Fallout question. So, Fallout Shelter, I haven't played it. I played a little bit of mobile. Is it a real-time game, as in if I don't play my game for a few days, like, do things happen? Like, if I come back after, like, a month, will all my characters be dead and my shelter fall apart?
No.
Okay, so it only goes in time when I'm actually playing the game.
If you have an
it plays a little bit after you quit out of it, because like your resources will be gone, but not like completely depleted. So you're at a point where you have to collect again.
Okay.
Okay. If you have anything going on, like sending people out on quests and everything, the countdown timers to when they get there or how long they've been out keep going, and if you have somebody out in the wasteland, they'll keep finding stuff. But here in your vault, your people will not level up as if they were if you were sitting there watching it, and pulling everything out. And yeah, it does deplete a little bit of your stuff like energy and water and food, but not much at all. I mean,
I was just wondering if like I started playing it and I got to a good level, and then I stopped playing it for a few weeks. Like, will the game completely fall apart and I just get pissed off and I'm like, oh, I have to start over now. I have to get some more settlers and things like that because everyone's left or whatever.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right.
And also, there's a couple other things they need to fix. Like, people in the radio station should be getting XP, and people that if you're going to assign somebody to the supply place, because it does actually have a special, a stat that helps it, be better. They need to make it so a person standing in there also gets XP as well, because putting people in the broadcast tower really does nothing but make everybody in the vault happy, but those people never level up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you can switch it so it finds people out in the wasteland. But another thing too, I would like for when you go out on quest or you're like wandering the wasteland, that you can actually find somebody like another vault dweller and bring them back.
You do
to add to your. I've been out probably 60 times now, and I have not brought anybody back.
I have brought 2 people back from 2 different quests.
Oh, because like my radio, I've picked up a lot of people, like probably maybe 20 people or whatever, but I've never sent anybody out and they brought back another person.
Did you do the Brotherhood series?
I don't think so.
Okay, well that one at the end of the Brotherhood series, you get a chick that's got power armor and a laser rifle.
Oh, cool.
And she's got special stats as well.
Yeah.
And there's another one too. I can't remember which one it was, but I also got somebody with special stats and weird gear.
But see, that's just quests, though, right? It's not somebody just wandering the wasteland.
Yeah, you're not going to find anybody out in the wasteland doing that. No.
Yeah.
Shit, nice I can't even find one single regular laser rifle.
Thanks for the info.
Great game, guys.
All right.
And Tyler?
All right. Played Titanfall 2 last weekend. Had a good time with that. Probably going to play a little bit today. And open up Halo Wars 2. I didn't get too far in it, but I do enjoy it so far. Played through the tutorials and all that stuff. Seems like it'll be a very fun game. A little bit of For Honor. I need to get more into that because I was actually excited for that game. And NHL. So that's, unless I'm missing something, I think that's it for the week.
So you got two big releases this week, For Honor and Halo Wars.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
let us know if
I've heard
Halo.
that.
I'm kind of interested in Halo Wars. So if that's
Mm.
if it's I kind of like the first one, because I like those kind of real time strategy games.
Sure.
So if you like it, let me know.
Yeah, well, definitely. All right. So let's move into discussion, and before we do, we'll get to questions here in a second. But tomorrow, which is Sunday actually, so by the end of Sunday, I'll have on our Facebook group posted exactly how we're going to be doing our new giveaway program going forward, starting in March.
Woo!
So starting actually next episode, and we're going to be doing two different types, and one of them we all talked about off air, which is for just sending in questions to the show, and if you're selected, you'll be entered in for the monthly drawing. The other one, I think we should do something for referrals, so bringing people in and helping the community grow, and we'll get both of those posted tomorrow by the end of Sunday. So feel free to take a look on there and take part and have a chance to win. So let's move into what questions we have. Eugene, what do we have?
So I've got one question via Facebook.
Okay.
It is: do you think Microsoft will ever try their hand at a handheld console? Do you even want them to? Also, do you think Sony will make another one, or are they done trying?
Well,
So
I'm
I'll
gonna
go first.
Right.
I really don't. I don't think Microsoft will make a console because they're taking enough hits on the Xbox as is. The handheld industry is a very risky industry right now, especially with Nintendo leading the way. 3DS sales are through the roof. Best-selling console of all time, as far as I know, handheld-wise anyway, with 3DS. I really don't think they want to try to get into that market because I don't think they'll win. They've seen Sony try it before with the PSP and Vita, which the PSP was actually mildly successful. Everyone was playing PSP, and they actually had great games for it, and they had movies for it as well.
Mhm.
And then with the Vita, a little bit slower seller. I consider the Vita mildly successful, but it just didn't really hold its audience. A lot of people felt burnt out after the first year the Vita was released. All the features that they had promised really didn't work. They did have PS4 remote play, but unless you're inside your house with perfect internet connection, remote play is broken at best. And then really with the way the Vita was designed, with the back touch panel, whenever you play remote play games, the back touch panel is really your L1, L2, and the R2 buttons.
Mhm.
Which, if you guys play any shooters at all, or really any game where you have to use L2, R2,
Mhm.
the back touchpad just doesn't cut it. So I don't see Microsoft doing that. We see that Razer, I believe, has their mobile device that can stream Steam games, I think, and
Yeah.
then it's Android based as well. And even that isn't really successful at all because I believe when it launches like $500. Um, so I really don't think Microsoft will put their hand into it. It'd be nice, but Nintendo has the handheld
Yeah.
industry. There's no way they're going to beat Nintendo because if Microsoft or Sony were to make a new iteration on a handheld console, it wouldn't be able to compete with the 3DS because the 3DS just has a too wide of a range of an audience. The problem with the Vita was it was a specific audience.
Mhm.
They're targeting the hardcore gamers by putting out AAA titles like Killzone, which was actually a great Killzone game, and then Uncharted was even, I consider the Uncharted Vita game to be a fantastic game, but
Mhm.
um, I don't see him do it again because they just won't make the money just because
Right.
Nintendo owns that industry.
Okay. Graham, you were about to talk to?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like, Microsoft do have Windows phones for portability of gaming, which it's not very big industry at all, and
No.
pretty much Eugene probably hit all the right notes on that one. But basically, you have your tablets too, right? So you could basically play some type of games, but as far as them going to a specific handheld console, yeah, I don't think that's in their best interest to try to join that market. They're gonna
Mhm.
stick to what they're good at, which is home consoles, and they're putting all their eggs in the basket, which is Xbox Scorpio and probably VR. So they got enough to keep them busy, and I don't think there's any need for them to dabble when just let Nintendo have it, because they praise how much they love Nintendo and stuff like that, and they don't want to see the company fall. Even if the Switch doesn't do great, the 3DS is still a great system, and I'm sure they can keep alive from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my opinion.
Mike, how about you? Any thoughts?
Well, I was going to say something kind of like Graham just said. With the streaming that you can stream from the Xbox over Wi-Fi, and it doesn't matter. You just need a semi decent Wi-Fi, and it is flawless. I mean, you can hook it up to a tablet with a joystick and play anywhere you want in the house. I mean, as far as taking it outside the house goes, that's not going to happen. But I don't see it in Microsoft's best interest to go for a portable gaming device that you take everywhere with you. I really don't think it's popular enough. People have their phones; they can play their games on their phones. And besides, Microsoft wants to make a box that is as powerful as they can get to being a PC, and that's what I want, because I don't want to deal with upgrading PC parts,
Right.
and stuff like that. I already went through that phase when I was younger, and now I just want the freaking box, and I want to put the Blu-ray in, and I want to play it. So.
I don't like gaming on the go. I mean, I honestly, if I'm out somewhere, I don't want to play my 3DS. I don't want to play my Vita. I play it at home for the most part. So why play it on a handheld when I play it on my console, like you were saying, Mike?
Yeah.
So for me, there was a time where I really would have wanted an Xbox portable, whatever, but I'm not in situations where I want to play on the go anymore. And those days are kind of gone, and I just don't have the opportunities to, and I wouldn't really have a need for it. Plus I think that from everything Microsoft's doing, one, their focus is pretty clear. One, they want to own the living room.
Right.
So that's what the Xbox console's for. When they're branching out into two different spaces. One is Windows 10 for gaming, which they're pushing really hard with Play Anywhere and the streaming thing.
Yep.
And two is VR. And I think we're going to see that this year. Now, we could be wrong, and they could have nothing for VR, but I think that's very unlikely.
Be very surprising. Very surprising.
So I don't think there's any chance we'll see a portable system for Xbox. Now, for Sony, it depends. I think it all depends on how the Switch does. Sony is not exactly known for leading the way. Sony will wait until somebody else does something well and see the popularity of it, and then bring it into their own fold.
Yeah, I'll give them credit on one thing, though. I don't know how it is these days, but I still have a TV from Sony. I bought a nice 46 120 hertz, probably in 2011. Yeah, 2011. The thing's a beast. It's got perfect color. It works perfectly. Never had any problems with it. It's solid as a rock.
Right, so let me clarify. I mean with gaming, with the PlayStation. Right. Okay, so the Move controllers were 100% a response to the like nunchuck or whatever with the Wii.
Yeah.
Or the Wii. And you see a lot of reactionary things with Sony where they let somebody else be the guinea pig, and so they don't have to crash and burn with it if it's bad, and then they bring it in and tweak it and make it even maybe better for their own system. Now, I'll give them credit because they did lead the way on consoles with VR.
Yeah.
So I'll give them credit there. I'll absolutely give them credit there. And I remember thinking, wow, this is really rare for them, because usually they let somebody else test the waters and see how it works. But now Microsoft's in that position where they can get that PS hardware in their hands and make it better. So I for Sony, I think it's absolutely going to come down to how well the Switch performs. Yeah. If it does well, then I think they'll have something similar.
Yeah, if any of the two companies, it would be PlayStation, because, like I said, they've had the Vita and PSP.
Yeah,
so.
and before you go, Eugene, I'm sorry, I just want to make one more point. Not Nintendo, but Microsoft's core base is in North America and Europe.
Yes.
Where those people are console players. And Sony's base, I mean, obviously they have a good market share in North America and in parts of Europe, but is essentially Japan in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. In Japan, mobile gaming is huge.
Same with the 3DS too, right? Yep. It's huge in Japan.
It's huge in Japan. So I see them as the much more likely company to adopt it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Because everyone commutes over there. So what I was going to say really was I do see Sony possibly releasing a new Vita iteration, but if they do, they've got to fix the controller. They've got to fix the the L2 and R2, and they've got to fix the sticks. They've got to make it like a full-fledged gaming console controller with a screen. And before they can even do that, they won't be successful. And if they can keep the promise that, I mean, when the Vita came out, do you guys remember that the guy in the commercial, he was playing MLB The Show on his TV. He was playing it on his PS3,
Yep.
and then he did something with his Vita, and then he was playing the exact same game on the go. And we never got that promise because of the network. Because you cannot play no matter how hard I try. I tried all the time because when I do travel, I do like to bring my Vita, especially if I'm staying at a hotel.
Mhm.
But unless you have dedicated Wi-Fi, you cannot stream anything off the PS3 or the PS4 without frame rate issues and without
Right.
lag issues. So until they fix that and until they fix the controller, then I really don't think they'll be making a new handheld console.
Yeah, agree. All right. So let's. Anything else on that, guys?
Nope.
Nope.
All right. Let's move into our game for this week. So, Mike, again, leader in the clubhouse.
By a large margin.
So, Mike gets to select the order again.
I'm first. Baby Guy is second, and what's his face is third.
Baby guy. Okay.
Uh,
And Kelly in third.
Baby guy. I'm baby guy. Okay.
Tyler.
All right. Mike, go ahead.
Oh. Does it have a barbershop quartet in it?
No.
Was this a console exclusive?
No.
Does this game predate the year 2000?
Yes.
No, that's all I got. Is it in the RPG genre?
No.
So it's not BioShock Infinite because doesn't have a barbershop quartet.
That's his. That's his guess. That's it. He's out.
No.
No, that wasn't a guess. Was this on?
Plus, it's from before whatever year Graham said, right?
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah.
So, was this on the SNES Genesis kind of time period?
Era.
No.
Era.
That question didn't help very much. Is this game played from a first-person perspective?
Nope.
Is it turn-based?
No.
Was this on the PS1 and 64 life cycle?
No.
Was this on the original NES?
Yes.
The original NES. Does it have a star in it?
To the best of my knowledge, no, it doesn't.
Are you sure?
I said to the best of my knowledge, no.
I just had a question, but I forgot it.
Um,
Oh no, it's your turn. Go ahead.
yes. Does this predate 1990?
Yes.
Is this game part of a franchise?
Yes.
Franchise. And it's not. And you said this is not console specific.
Yeah, he said it wasn't
So-
exclusive.
I'll clarify. It's not console exclusive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's on PC.
PC or arcade.
Does it take place in the future?
No.
Was this game developed in the U.S.? U.S. developer, so not Japan, basically.
Yes.
Wow. Does this franchise still exist? Is it still like being supported?
No.
Oh man, you know
That's 15 in, by the way.
yeah, I know the NES is not my strong point because I never had one. I had a Super Nintendo.
So I'll give you a hint, Mike. So it wasn't Japanese developed. So there's only a few developers that were in the U.S. pre 1990, and one of them's huge.
I probably don't even know.
You see, like I said, Eugene, I draw a blank on a lot of NES games because.
So I'll tell you this, Mike.
I mean,
This,
pre 1990, there's a lot of arcade games as well.
this, Mike, is a
It's-
game that you will know.
Is this a sports-based game?
No.
Damn.
Could I play this game on an arcade? In an arcade?
Yes. Well, you could then. I don't know if it's still in arcades.
Maybe a classic retro arcade.
Yeah.
I don't know if the protagonist is the right word, but the main characters are the human.
Yes.
Oh, you guys are killing me here. Is this a side scroller?
It's definitely a scrolling game. It's not 100% side scrolling though. No.
Not 100% side scrolling.
Is this a fighting game?
No.
That was kind of be my question. Was this a multiplayer game?
Two people can play, but it's
Well, that would be multiplayer.
so
right?
no, not at the same time though. It'd be alternating turns.
Oh, okay. But technically, I guess that's still considered multiplayer. But it's
Sure.
take.
That's
but you
why I'm
take turns.
clarifying.
Yeah. No, that's good. You did that.
I know my guess is going to be, but you snubbed it with no stars. So
What it was going to be, anyways. I really don't have a clue. I really don't. I have no idea. I really don't.
Well, you got two more guesses before you have to make, or two more questions. Because I don't think they're all that close either. So
So it's not sports. It's not future. It's not an RPG. Is this set in like what would be current times and year it was released?
yes,
Okay.
All right.
this will be your last question. So
This
you
will
want
be
to make
my
a guess.
last question. So, all right. So it's a pre 1990, not a console exclusive or system exclusive or not exclusive arcade or PC. Do you shoot guns in this game?
Nope.
I don't have a guess. I guess if I was to throw something out there, is it Rad Racer?
No, it's not.
Oh. Oh, what kind of question can I ask? Did this franchise also make it to the SNES?
Let me double check.
is that really going to help you guess this?
I mean, we asked if this was the SNES generation or era.
This specific game, no, but the sequel did.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Because
Okay.
this is what you do. I don't even have a guess. Is it Turok?
No, it's not.
I don't even know if that was on NES.
It's all up to you, Mike.
Good luck.
Do I still have a guess or just?
Yeah, you can ask a question and then you make your guess.
Question and a guess.
Okay, now I actually want something clarified here.
Okay.
All right, you said that it's not a sports game. Now I consider racing a sport, and he guessed Rad Racer. So, do you consider racing a sport?
It is. I do, and it's not
Definitely
a racing
sport.
game.
Yeah, I just threw out Rad Racer out there
Yeah.
just because.
Do you consider
think-
skateboarding a sport?
I would consider that in the sports
Yeah,
genre.
It's
Yes,
in the exports or whatever.
So that means that's a no, right?
it would not be a skateboarding game. No.
Oh, I have no idea. I really don't have an answer. You said it's not in the future. You said it's in the present time. In 1980s, it's not ET because that's on the Atari 2600.
Yep.
It's definitely not Tron.
I mean, he said the sequel's on SNES.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know my NES games real well. I'm gonna have to say I don't have any freaking idea. I really don't. I had something for a second and it left my head. I lost my thought. I did. I'm gonna say Top Gun.
Okay. Nope. It's not Top Gun. All right. So, in honor of this week's release of the Nintendo Switch, this game was the first game developed for the Nintendo Entertainment System in the United States,
If you say Duck Hunt, I'm gonna kill you.
and it is called Paperboy.
Oh,
shit.
man.
I was so close with 720.
Never ever played that game.
I actually thought of Paperboy because it's developed by Atari.
I forgot
So-
about Paperboy, but I remembered 720.
Yeah. So it was not a console exclusive. It was also an arcade, and it was also on the Sega Master System.
It was on PC too.
It's on Game Boy. It's on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then they made a Super Paperboy on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, or it was called Paperboy 2.
God.
Yep.
God, I was actually thinking about Paperboy because they're developed by Atari, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't have got that. No.
That's a good
200
one.
Questions.
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yep.
Asking all the wrong questions.
Oh yeah, you guys were way off on your questions.
Yeah, we were very way.
Like
way
last week, you guys asked all the right questions, and you got there really
Still
quick.
didn't get it. Yeah.
Well, you
No,
got
we
there.
got it.
Well, the answer was found pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Anything
You
else,
win,
gentlemen? Yeah. So I'm in second place now.
This game sucks.
So Mike has 3. And Mike has 3.
It's
you
all
have
the game's fault, right, Graham?
Yeah.
Me and Graham have
Rick.
1, right?
Let me
3,
go
2,
back
1.
and
Yeah, I only have one.
yeah. Graham
Mike's
has
still in the lead
1.
with 3.
Mike has 3. I have 2.
Yeah.
And Eugene has 1.
Call of Duty one.
So, all right. Anything else, gentlemen, before we get out of here?
Oh, that's it for me, man.
All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us for episode number 38. We'll be back next week with episode number 39. Until then, stay safe, everybody. Have a great week and play some great games. We'll talk to you next week.
See you guys
Bye-bye.
in the fall.